Hello to whoever decides to watch this video. I decided that I want to give my own personal opinion on the helluvaboss and hazbin community fandom. As a somewhat former member, since I'm not as active in the fandom, I'm still interested in the show, but I don't like interacting with the fandom because of just how downright toxic it is. So while I give basically my opinion, enjoy me suffering to draw Veronica Mayday. So to start, I've been interested in the shows since around, I'd say maybe October, November of 2020, I believe, if I remember correctly. That's when I started getting into mainly hazbin. I didn't think I heard of helluvaboss until either December, maybe. I'm not sure. But from my early days of seeing the fandom, I could definitely tell that it had some toxic people in it, which I'm not new to toxic fandoms. I'm not. But the Hazbin Hotel and helluvaboss community is definitely the most toxic fandom I've seen. And trust me, I play Genshin Impact, and I've seen that fandom. And we all know how that fandom. But the Hazbin Hotel and helluvaboss community just manages to take the cake as one of the most toxic fandoms, because for some reason it's full of adults that didn't get enough love or something, or apparently, as I was told by a very specific individual that I will not name right now, she told me that she was raised with tough love, and that, we younger generation, your quote-unquote kids, cry over spilt milk. Okay. So apparently this generation, the older generation, as she would put it, is supposedly the tougher ones, yet they're the ones that's always crying and complaining on Twitter about anything. Like the littlest thing that upsets them, they're crying on Twitter. Twitter itself is toxic enough, but if you mix a toxic fandom in with it, you're just gonna get just downright evil behavior out of it. Mind you, this fandom, it's intended for 18 and up. So this fandom is completely made up of mainly adults, ranging from their late 20s to early 30s and older. I've literally met people in their 50s that watch this. And those are the same people that go on Twitter, throw the biggest and most massive tantrums that I have ever seen. And I've used to look up little kids having tantrums on YouTube because they were funny. And I've seen grown adults with jobs, houses. Some of them have husbands and kids, wives. They have a full life outside of this fandom and internet, throwing full-blown temper tantrums over a character that looked like theirs. Grown adults getting upset and throwing temper tantrums because a drawing looked slightly similar to theirs. Hell, I've fucking seen a grown woman throw a temper tantrum because she got caught scamming somebody for a drawing. She threw a temper tantrum saying that she's completely closing her commissions, that she's never drawing again. And I'm sure if whoever watches this video, they probably know who I'm talking about, but I won't name her because, again, that's the same woman who throws a temper tantrum for using her name, saying you doxed her. So I'm not going to even say her internet name, because God forbid she'll say that's doxing her too. And these are also the same people who like to say, that children are ruining this fandom, and that that there needs to be no minors in this fandom, and that the minors are ruining it. Minors this, minors that. That's all that comes out of their mouths, is everything including minors. Yet these adults that are throwing temper tantrums on the internet are the ones that are actually ruining this fandom, making it the most toxic, because again, this fandom is mainly built of adults, and there's more adults in this fandom than there is minors, and they just can't seem to accept that fact. All the toxicity in this fandom is what's eventually probably going to be the downfall of the entire show itself, because if I remember correctly, like some time ago, Vivzy Pop herself was doxxed by some people. The creator was doxxed. I can't remember why or if it was true, but apparently that happened. Grown adults, remember this, grown adult. Also, let's not forget the occasional pedophile and groomer that's also in this fandom. You know, you got those in there too. Or you even have the people that want to judge small artists because they decided to open commissions. Back in early 2022 or late 2021, I can't remember, I had opened art commissions for the first time, and grown adults were telling me that my art needs to be put in acid and I need to quit, and that I'm overcharging. And mind you, I was charging $5 for a headshot, like the same price that I charge now. But obviously my art has improved a lot more since then. But I was being told that my art, I need to quit, that my art looks like acid, and a lot of other stuff. And I nearly quit art because of that. And I've been doing art for literally nearly half of my life, and grown adults felt the need to tell me that I should quit. And I was, I don't know how to do quick math. I'd say 15, 16 at the time, I think. And these are people in their mid-20s to early 30s telling me this. Yet they're the same people that want to say that the minors are the issue in this fandom. This video isn't to judge anybody. Well, except for the toxic people, but other than that, I don't want to judge anybody. Enjoy what you want, do what you do, just learn to be a fucking decent human being, and the world would be such a better place. It honestly would. Just stop tearing other people down and just be nice. Like, that sounds like something you'd be told in kindergarten, which apparently a lot of you need to go back to, because you're acting like fucking toddlers. Grow the hell up and act like the adult that you claim that you are.